Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Friday, July 30th, at 3:25 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 731 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Baltimore drove car for year with kids stuffed in trunk, cops. Over a dozen vaccinated, high-risk Missouri residents among the dead in COVID surge. Fully Moderna vaccinated, Miami businesswoman diagnosed with breakthrough COVID. RFK's daughter wins yard planter from father's former home. Governor DeSantis says he will bar Florida school districts from mandating masks. Rep. Madison Cawthorn tried to carry a gun onto a flight at NC Airport in February. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis to issue executive order banning mask mandates in schools. Israeli baseball team sparks outrage for posting TikTok video jumping on anti-sex beds in Tokyo. Missouri treasurer criticized federal pandemic spending after getting $1.20 in PPP loans. CDC, emerging evidence shows Delta variant may cause mild COVID among vaccinated people. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Breakthrough COVID cases are on the rise among the vaccinated, NBC News. Perspective: the U.S. women's soccer team has teetered in these Olympics. In the shootout, it didn't flinch, The Washington Post. Trump pressed Justice Department to declare election results corrupt, notes show, The New York Times. Colts Carson Wentz to visit foot specialist after missing practice, surgery possible, per reports, CBS Sports. Navy sailor accused of setting fire to billion-dollar warship denies allegations, lawyer, Fox News. Bob Odenkirk says he had small heart attack but will be back soon, Deadline. Democrats fall short of votes for extending eviction ban. The Hill. Dow Jones dips as Amazon stock plunges, China F stocks, Tesla rally, solar stock passes by point, Investors Business Daily. Jennifer Lopez heats up the internet in a tiny yellow bikini, Ciao, Fox News. White Sox acquire Craig Kimbrell, even though price includes Nick Madrigal, Sox Machine. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Bob Odenkirk is going to take a beat to recover from small heart attack. Amanda Knox shreds Matt Damon's Stillwater for fictionalizing away my innocence. Oregon investing $220 million to handle growing wildfire problem. 5 ways parents can help their kids with re-emergence anxiety. Judge slams Capitol rioter refusing to wear masks. When did you go to medical school? Biden taps Gold Star dead Khizr Khan for Religious Freedom Commission. Cuba Gooding Jr. could owe millions after ignoring rape lawsuit. Bruno Mars and Anderson. Pop Silk Sonic drops video for new song Skate. Lady Gaga reveals captivating Italian accent in House of Gucci trailer. Congress can get Donald Trump's tax returns, Justice Department rules. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Teacher creates bookmobile to support reading. Cops want residents to register security cameras. Firefighter who died of cancer won't get benefits. Zoo celebrates birth of baby tiger. Man wins man cave, turns it into nursery. String of tornadoes leave damage. Renters upset with apartment complex condition. 6-year-old girl fights cancer with storytelling and fairy tales. FBI assisting in murder investigation. Police, suspect had almost $94,000 in stolen goods. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, the New York Times. Trump pressed Justice Department to declare election results corrupt, notes show. Some vaccine hesitant now express regret. How a Rockaways location rep spends her Sundays. Remains of Esther Dingley, missing British hiker, are found. He hired 2 men to kidnap his wife. They ended up drowning. Gloria Vanderbilt's Beekman Place apartment is for sale. What's ripping American families apart? Ben & Jerry's founders on the company's Israel policy. The following headlines are from the 6th most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Missouri family's tragedy inspires random acts of kindness day. Jaguars Trevor Lawrence to Tim Tebow for a touchdown. Dem Rep Murphy appears to flip off an RCC staffer. Sarah Ferguson reflects on marrying Prince Andrew, I would do it all over again. Joe Conca details 18-wheeler Biden's history of lies, the media's silence is deafening. Better Call Saul star Bob Odenkirk speaks out after collapsing on set, I had a small heart attack. NFLPA president rips teams using bracelets for vaccine markers. California Communist Party leader backs Newsom, urges no vote on recall. Cuomo accuser says she's willing to take a polygraph. Chicago teen charged with 2 carjackings as attacks have increased 50% over past year. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Friday, July 30th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Eviction moratorium update, without an extension, what happens to renters after July 31st? Jason Weaver previews the season 4 finale of Showtime's The Chi. Daily dose of vitamin D could ramp up immune system, doctors say. I'm super proud of where our sport has grown over the years, Maureen McCool athletes in limited lacrosse. 4th stimulus check, will another relief payment come this year? Women turn childhood pastime into modern-day workout with 40+ Double Dutch Club, get fit while you're having fun doing it. Caught on video, brawl on Venice Beach boardwalk. Americans letting gift cards go to waste. Woman found beheaded on sidewalk in Minnesota City, 42-year-old man arrested. Many who filed federal tax returns on time or early still don't have refunds, what's the holdup? The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Hardy geraniums deserve their share of the limelight, says Monty Don. Met Chief Cressida Dick in another cover-up row after she was secretly referred to police watchdog. Cambridge Don hits back after author of the Canterbury Tales is labeled a rapist and racist. Woman, 23, reveals how she fell for Frank, 57, and became a stepmother. Strictly's Entendu Beak reveals the demons that once drove him as a professional dancer. Simone Biles' boyfriend posts tribute to her strength and courage. Scarlett Johansson's talent agent weighs in on Black Widow lawsuit. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle hire Disney exec as head of unscripted. TV chef Delia Smith says she failed to help people learn how to make dinner from the comfort of home. Matt Hancock pictured loading up the last of his belongings from his marital home. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. The pandemic leads to another summer of anger. As American cities reimpose mask mandates, Moscow lifts its glove requirements. Europe has caught up to the US on coronavirus vaccinations, and is deploying their mandates to get further. Romans mastered aqueducts, now Italy is just trying to fix its leaky pipes. Brits outraged by U.S. animated series depicting royal family as egotistical tea drinkers controlled by mafia boss Queen. About 200 Afghan interpreters and family members arrive in U.S. in first wave of evacuations. Why Africa is perilously far behind on coronavirus vaccination. Earthquake shakes Peru's North Pacific coast. UN office in West Afghanistan comes under fire, guard killed. Haiti arrests another officer in president's murder. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Justice Department tells IRS to hand Trump tax returns to Congress, live. Tokyo 2020 Olympics, athletics blasts off, Djokovic beaten and more, live. Coronavirus live news, WHO says Delta variant not more deadly as CDC warns over transmissibility. Carl Levin, Democratic Michigan senator who opposed Iraq war, dies at 87. Video of Patriots owner Robert Kraft in massage parlor sex sting to be destroyed. California expands COVID restrictions as Delta variant threat grows. Uber and Google are latest among tech firms to delay reopening as Delta variant spreads. The war has changed. CDC paper warns Delta variant is far more transmissible. 20 photographs of the week. Judge rules in Bob Dylan's favor in lawsuit over $300 sale of songs. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Mudslides force more than 100 to spend night on highway. COVID-19 live updates, Delta leaves vaccinated, unvaccinated with similar viral loads. Department of Justice says Treasury Department must hand over Trump tax information to House Committee. Suspects charged with shooting two in California movie theater. Ex-police officer jailed awaiting trial in Capitol riot case. Biden sees shortages to stop climate change-fueled wildfires. NFL's top stat is COVID-19 vaccine percentages. Wisconsin Republican expands 2020 election investigation. Dreams of Golden Slam dashed at Olympics. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Israel accuses Iran over deadly oil tanker attack. Amazon hit with $886 fine for alleged data law breach. Russia stops Cubans trying to enter EU on airbeds. Woman charged for disturbing Yellowstone mother grizzly. Amanda Knox claims Matt Damon filmed Stillwater profits from her life. Scarlett Johansson sues Disney over streaming of Black Widow. Kenya's President Uhuru Kenyatta criticizes vaccine nationalism. Tokyo Olympics, Alexander Zverev beats Novak Djokovic to reach final. China nuclear, Taishan reactor shut down over damaged fuel rods. Tokyo Olympics, who are the contenders for Usain Bolt's 100th crown? The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. NYC offers $100 cash incentive to get vaccine. One dead, several injured in Arizona after bee swarm attacks. DeSantis won't declare emergency but some Florida mayors are defying him with mask, vaccine mandates. Terry Crews celebrates his birthday with Walk of Fame star ceremony, pays tribute to family. Pelosi holds enrollment event for funding bill. Louisiana breaks its all-time COVID case record, CDC says Delta is infectious as chickenpox, latest updates. AP top stories July 30th p. Would-be travelers overwhelm U.S. passport offices. Jake Johnson's Ride the Eagle is a true pandemic indie. San Francisco bars requiring proof of COVID-19 shots. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Newsom asks Biden to ensure Pentagon OK's use of satellite data for wildfire program. Ruth Pearl, mother of slain journalist who turned her grief into activism, dies at 85. Dixie fire swells beyond 240,000 acres, swallowing homes. It's been heartbreaking. Damaged Hyperion plant is releasing partially treated sewage into Santa Monica Bay. Man killed, woman injured in South LA shootings, detectives suspect connection. The Newsom recall, what happens between now and Election Day. Column, hate crime or not, Atlanta shooter was motivated by racism. He was a white man who had money, Ed Buck's black victims fought to be believed. Breakthrough COVID-19 cases rising in LA, but the vaccinated are still protected, data show. California's long history on assault weapons on the line in court battle. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Friday, July 30th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. 2 travelers from U.S. fined $20,000 each for fake vaccination documents. Ignoring climate change will yield untold suffering, panel of 14,000 scientists warns. Bayer's Roundup costs could top $16 billion as provisions mount. Taliban executed popular comedian who poked fun at them on TikTok. Amazon hit with $886 fine for alleged data breach. Stonehenge, campaigners win legal battle against plans for road tunnel near prehistoric monument. France fines Monsanto for illegally compiling files of public figures, journalists and activists with the aim of swaying opinion towards support for its controversial pesticides. Palestinian shot dead by Israeli army at 12-year-old funeral, also killed by Israeli forces. 4 vaccinated adults, 2 unvaccinated children test positive for COVID on Royal Caribbean ship. China on high alert as Delta outbreak spreads to 5 provinces. Peru, new president appoints Marxist as prime minister. FBI probe shows amount of chemicals in Beirut blast was a fraction of original shipment. Airlift begins for Afghans who worked for U.S. during its longest war. Saudi judo Olympian ignores pressure to boycott bout against Israeli, clasps opponent's hand in solidarity after Israeli wins. Revealed, Science Museum signed gagging clause with exhibition sponsor Shell. The next headlines are from Forbes. Tom Ricketts' Chicago Cubs signal end of celebrated era by shedding almost $150 million in salaries. New York Jets quarterback Zach Wilson relieved to get the business done after signing rookie contract. Houston Rockets had great rebuild launch at 2021 NBA Draft. Alarming study of mass COVID Delta outbreak spurred CDC to recommend vaccinated mask up. Why vaccinated people should wear masks indoors for the foreseeable future. Is Russia helping Syria intercept Israeli strikes? An army general says the robotic combat vehicles it's experimenting with will be the ghosts of Patton's army. Come back later, said no car salesman, ever, only, now they might. Here are the first openly transgender and non-binary Olympians making history in Tokyo. IRS must hand over Trump's tax returns to Congress, Feds say. The next headlines are from Nature.com. COVID boosters for wealthy nations spark outrage. We need to talk about post-pandemic lectures. Daily briefing, rocket glitch nudges International Space Station. Daily briefing, predicting breakthrough COVID. Fewer citations for female authors of medical research. Strange patterns could be the world's oldest animal fossil. Your blood teems with a unique set of stealthy uses. A blood marker predicts who gets breakthrough COVID. Novel bile acid biosynthetic pathways are enriched in the microbiome of centenarians. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,721,637,103 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. The first foreign film to hit China in weeks, a British Christmas movie about a cat. Lionsgate's Bill Cosby documentary is dead exclusive. John Ossoff passes torch to new leadership at his former documentary production outfit Inside exclusive. Phil Rosenthal has pitched an Everybody Loves Raymond reunion but hasn't found any takers. Friday Night Lights, 10 episodes that made us start liking football. Gerard Butler sues for $10 million in profits from Olympus has fallen. ABC News moves closer to finding top producer for Good Morning America. Walt Disney Company will require U.S. employees to get vaccinated. Criminal Minds revival of Paramount Plus is dead, says star Paget Brewster. Tom Hanks joins cast of Wes Anderson's next film. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Ravens Thunders goes into Joker mode at Tokyo Olympics. Vaccinated people can spread Delta variant, suggests data behind the CDC mask advice. A Justice Department ruling paves the way for a House panel to get Trump's taxes. Unvaccinated U.S. swimmer goes maskless during Olympic interviews, officials allow it. Notes show Trump pressed the Justice Department to declare the 2020 election corrupt. Back to office? Not yet. Companies scramble to adjust to the Delta variant. Department of Justice threatens to sue Texas governor over using state troopers to turn back migrants. Why sweat is a human superpower. An outbreak of the coronavirus Delta variant has spread to 15 Chinese cities. Australian troops will help enforce a coronavirus lockdown in Sydney. The following headlines are from The Week. Puzzles, Printable Crossword and Sudoku, issue, August 6, 2021. Solutions, Crossword and Sudoku, issue, August 6, 2021. Puzzles, Interactive Crossword, issue, August 6, 2021. What parents with young children should know about the Delta variant. The Week contest, air fight. Emma Stone is reportedly weighing her options after Scarlett Johansson's Disney lawsuit. The Week's best photojournalism. ESPN analyst gets delightfully tongue-tied saying name of NBA draft pick Moses Moody. Trump's tax returns must be turned over to Congress, Department of Justice says. The CDC's abysmal messaging. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Battleground planned. Texas veterans' homes overseen by George P. Bush were often the deadliest places to be during COVID-19 pandemic. The next headlines are from Universe Today. InSight has mapped out the interior of Mars, revealing the sizes of its crust, mantle, and core. Bad news, those underground lakes on Mars, they're probably just frozen clay. Starliner will try again on August 3 after International Space Station emergency. The Event Horizon Telescope zooms in on another supermassive black hole. Strange intersecting sand dunes on Mars. Blue Origin offers a $2 billion discount to get back in the lunar lander game. Searching for dark matter inside the Earth. These are the news headlines for today, Friday, July 30th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. A Dyson sphere harvests the energy of stars. Jupiter X-ray or aura mystery solved, after 40 years. Transits of Jupiter's moons ahead, a triple. Earthsky's 2021 Meteor Shower Guide. Skewed and the Shield is named for a Polish king. Caroline Herschel Medal to honor women astronomers. Major 8.2 magnitude earthquake rocks Alaska. See the Milky Way in all its glory. Orion the Hunter returns late July or early August. The next news is from Politico. Amazon fined €746 for violating EU privacy rules. Pentagon will require vaccine for troop deployments, but other details unclear. Biden keeps pressure on Cuba, meets with Cuban-American leaders. CDC under fire for decision to limit tracking of COVID-19 cases in vaccinated people. FTC's Facebook economist out of court deadline looms. Cawthorn versus McKinley, another intra-GOP spat breaks out on House floor. Biden nominates Trump critic Izzer Khan to Religious Freedom Commission. Complete disaster, inside the Biden team's chaotic bid to evacuate Afghan interpreters. Justice Department says Democrats are entitled to Trump's tax returns. DeSantis seeks to block school mask mandates in Florida. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Australia COVID live updates. NSW cases continue to soar. CDC labels Delta variant as contagious as chickenpox. Premiers, your nation needs you when the PM's positions keep mutating. Behind the Moulin Rouge curtains, out of quarantine and raring to go. NDIS Reuters on notices government cracks down on despicable fraud. Essendon's Shield deal, can the star bomber adapt to a new role? Businesses to take unused AstraZeneca doses to boost rollout. Cat loving, coffee swilling, karaoke singing Thatcher fan, meet Attorney General Michael E. Akash. The furry stranger knocking at my door changed my life. Saying goodbye to my awful menopause symptoms with hormone therapy. Getting rail passengers Ubers more effective than commuter car parks, expert. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Realtor.com, Max Lauer's waterfront home in the Hamptons resurfaces for $44 Weekend sip, extra aging makes for better wine, says this California label. Newswatch, CDC releases data that informed reconsideration of face masks, says Delta variant of COVID means the war has changed. Market snapshot, U.S. stocks fall Friday, book weekly losses amid Delta variant concerns and weakness in Amazon results. Here's how much the 2021 NBA draft picks will earn on their rookie contracts. Earnings outlook, Alibaba stock has taken a hit from China crackdown, but its earnings could be a different story. The ratings game, Pinterest stock nearly suffers sharpest drop on record as pandemic recovery weighs on user growth. Market extra, climate risk is hitting home for state and local governments. The moneyest, my brother and I each invested $10,000 in a home 10 years ago, now I want out, how much do I get back? Bond report, 2-year and 10-year treasuries in July book largest monthly yield drop since March of 2020. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Australian judge makes bold patent leap for AI inventions, Law 360. Universities seek to ease the technology licensing process, Physics Today. Is Traumajal really too similar to Traumeo, intellectual property, New Zealand, Mondac News alerts. Arturo Estevez's water engine, CVBJ, Central Valley Business Journal. Gilead allowed to add claim to HIV drug patent suit against CDC, Bloomberg Law. Hans-Peter Lund and the birth of the hashing algorithm, IEEE Spectrum. Global Cancer Technology licenses biomarker technology from Baylor Scott & White Research Institute to support research efforts towards treatment for glioblastoma, PR Newswire. Erdal Kanalkalar, NFT Technik Mankalar Irlanmali, Bailey News. Driving Innovation USPTO, United States Patent and Trademark Office. Biden Patent Office pick will shape fight over high drug prices, Bloomberg Law. The next headlines are from Quartz. The International Space Station did cartwheels, NASA wasn't worried. Quiz, were these memorable quitting scenes real or from a movie? In the ScarJo vs. Disney PR war, everyone's a loser. Why CDC wants vaccinated people to wear masks? Which countries are the most successful at the Summer Olympics? Dr. Dre wants to revitalize American high school education. Exxon's plastics business is turning record profits. Why China's new ambassador to the U.S. is unlikely to go full wolf warrior. Vaccine mandates which show business can actually lead on social problems. Robinhood shares fall, Johansson sues Disney, Ocean's false bottom. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Copyright troll Richard Leibovitz keeps on losing in court. Disentangling disinformation, not as easy as it looks. Top German court says Facebook must inform users about deleting their posts or suspending their account, explain why, and allow them to respond. Daily Deal, the all-access CompTIA A+ and network certification prep bundle. Last month in an LA court I witnessed the future of a world without Section 230, it was a mess. Broadband portion of bipartisan infrastructure plan appears watered down but still helpful. Florida Sheriff's Office now notifying people it will be inflicting its pre-crime program on them. Germany's Constitutional Court ponders whether government users of zero-day surveillance malware have a duty to tell software developers about the flaws. Detroit skating rink horns in on Detroit PD's facial recognition gaffe racket, denies teen girl opportunity to skate. It's time we talk about getting rid of the bar exam, and here's why. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Nick Madrigal. Carson Wentz. Ryan Murphy swimmer. Billie Eilish. Josh Primo. Jared Butler. Michael Che. Jose Barrios. Michael Andrew. USWNT. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Everyone was euphoric. Russia space bus blames Nauka lab incident that sparked interstellar references on human factor. CDC releases study showing 3/4 Delta cases are among the vaccinated, says masks are the answer. Israel calls for harsh response to attack on Israeli-operated ship off Oman, blames terrorism exporter Iran. Whiny American athletes and bitter U.S. media should learn to lose gracefully without blaming Russia. England cricket star Stokes to take break to focus on mental well-being and rest index finger as he follows Osaka and Miles. Watchdog shoots down Bezos' spacecraft bid protest, affirms NASA's right to pick SpaceX for next lunar mission. 4 injured in shooting and stabbing in Berlin car park, 1 suspect arrested. He's a beast. Russian boxer Imam Khadiev brutally KO's opponent to qualify for Olympic light heavyweight semifinal. Video. Afghan police officer killed during attack on UN's main compound in Herat. Taliban dismisses incident as crossfire. Doesn't change our game plan. WHO says no evidence faster and fitter Delta variant has higher mortality or vax resistance. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. UN relief headquarters attacked in Afghanistan amid fears China moving in to replace US. Have the social media companies become way too powerful? The war has changed. Leaked CDC report claims Delta spreads as easily as chickenpox. Sore loser, American swimmer makes veiled allegation of doping after losing to Russians. 74% of COVID-19 cases from Massachusetts outbreak occurred in fully vaccinated people, CDC. July jolt, small caps and bond yields plunge most since March 2020 COVID crash. Up in smoke, Tesla Megapack battery catches fire in Australia. AOC goes after Senator Kristen Sinema with a no climate, no deal threat. Hong Kong police arrest man for booing during Chinese national anthem. If coal is dead, then why are ships so full of it? The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Walmart, largest U.S. employer, orders staff to vaccinate. U.S. legislators ask justice to probe its alleged profiling of Asians. Bosnian Serbs reject imposed ban on genocide denial. Bangladesh floods displace thousands of Rohingya refugees. Exxon posts biggest quarterly profit in a year, exceeds estimates. U.S. consumer spending rose more than expected in June. England cricket star Stokes to take break for mental well-being. Robinhood's IPO, unrest in Tunisia and a Jupiter moonshot. How fragile is the ceasefire between Armenia and Azerbaijan? EU adopts framework to sanction Lebanese officials. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Staffer note to Joe Biden, there's something on your chin. Hunter Biden, courageous to sell art to anonymous investors for $500,000. Exclusive, Sen. Marco Rubio, CDC's lack of transparency undermines COVID vaccine. Hunter Biden taunts, I'm most famous artist in MAGA world. Andrew Cuomo begs citizens to return to NYC, we need people coming back. Core inflation hits highest level in 30 years. Poll, Democrat-led Congress job rating tanks with U.S. voters. Walmart corporate employees, managers must receive coronavirus vaccine by fall. FCKM, Hunter Biden fires back over shameless art dealings. Hunter Biden, Dad thinks everything I do should be in National Gallery of Art. The next headlines are from UPI News. North Carolina man scores a second six-digit lottery jackpot. Watch, Patrick Mahomes' rookie card sells for record-breaking $4.3 million. Watch, 6 orphan kittens rescued from storm drain in New York. Watch, health officials probe mystery bug bites in Virginia County. Watch, former New York resident reunited with class ring after 46 years. Watch, police remove trespassing alligator from resident's hot tub. Watch, llama on the lam runs loose through Ontario communities. Maryland man reels in 301-pound swordfish after 8-hour struggle. Watch, police officer rescues raccoon with can stuck over its head in New York. Watch, Dutch driver uses truck to dunk tea bag into hot water. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Man is stunned after he sets up camera inside bird box and attracts 41 million fans worldwide. NASA measures interior of Mars for the first time, revealing huge liquid core. Recycle Your Electricals campaign diverts 1,000 computers to those in need, so far. Here's how wasps have inspired an innovative new tool for keyhole surgery. Scientists studying crows get another surprise. They're so smart they understand the concept of zero. Doritos gives 13-year-old girl $20,000 reward for discovering rare puffy chip, which the entrepreneur listed on eBay. Hydrogen is powering the Olympic Village, heat, electric, and lights that are a model of Japanese innovation. New Yale study suggests mammals might dream about the world before they are even born. Google Maps now shows how busy the subway cars are, so people can avoid pandemic crowds. One of the biggest myths about deaths is busted in new study. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Friday, July 30th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Myth: pollution in waterways turns trout into addicts. Anti-5G campaigners vow to fight on after legal setback. Radioactive material missing en route to Michigan, NRC says. Star sommelier is charged with setting outdoor dining sheds on fire. Over half the deer in Michigan seem to have been exposed to SARS-CoV-2. Domino's assessing advertising future on EWA programming after pizza cutter spot. Florida bicyclist attacked by 9-foot alligator, deputies say. Feline OK, the app that tells you if your cat's happy. Trial begins for BC man accused of breaking quarantine to go to Flat Earth conference. A corpse mistaken for a mannequin is put in the garbage by the police of Sherbrooke. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Google's time crystals could be the greatest scientific achievement of our lifetimes. This new open-source firefighter safety project will save lives, and you can help. EU slaps Amazon with record $887 fine over ad targeting practices. The age of the metaverse is upon us. Control the laws of magnetism with the Flux original scientific toy, on sale for $47 off. Save $75 on this Photoshop alternative that Google Play Store reviewers love. Here's why gravity pulls us down and not up. How to change your safe browsing settings on Chrome. How Instagram therapy is helping women with mental health. The smartest management trick is knowing you're not smart. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Bird brains left other dinosaurs behind. Some birds steal hair from living mammals, study finds. New research infuses equity principles into the algorithm development process. Solar-powered microbes to feed the world. Engineers bend light to enhance wavelength conversion. World Trade Center responders with the greatest exposure to toxic dust have a higher likelihood of the liver disease, study finds. Why uncertainty makes us change our behavior, even when we shouldn't. Buffer zones, better regulation needed to prevent agricultural pollution in rivers, streams, review finds. Differentiating strong antibiotic producers from weaker ones. Artificial light disrupts dung beetles' sense of direction. The next headlines are from Information Week. SAS announces plan to get IPO ready. Cloud security basics CIOs and CTOs should know. Should you trust low-code, no-code for mission-critical applications? Don't lose IT employees during the Great Resignation. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Friday, July 30th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA statement on GAO ruling regarding human landing system protest. NASA extends contract for commercialization of low Earth orbit. NASA awards Stennis Information Technology Services contract. NASA's 10 Space Apps Challenge increases global participation. NASA invites media to International Space Station update. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Utah Jazz trade Derek Favors to OKC Thunder in salary dump. Breaking down Utah Jazz draft pick Jared Butler's strengths and weaknesses. Unmasked Utah children are going to catch the Delta variant in school, infectious disease expert says. Tabernacle Choir to run a special, on TV and online, to mark 20th anniversary of 9/11. Utah State, by reach get player on Wirfel Trophy watch list, buys Tyler Allgeier, Utah's Britton Covey placed on Paul Hornung Award watch list. They spurned the vaccine. Now they want you to know they regret it. Utah joins fight against abortion rights. Here's what state GOP leaders are telling the Supreme Court. Concrete spill from 1-215 construction wipes out fish in Mill Creek. Teenager killed in apparent hit-and run on I-15. Number of new COVID-19 cases in Utah climbs even higher, to 1,211. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. New exotic matter particle, a tetraquark, discovered. 3 Americans create enough carbon emissions to kill 1 person, study finds. As China boomed, it didn't take climate change into account, now it must. CDC scaled back hunt for breakthrough cases just as the Delta variant grew. 8-time crystal finally made real. Elon Musk and Apple deny wild story that he tried to replace Tim Cook. Elon Musk backs Epic in fight against Apple over App Store fees. Russian hackers continue with attacks despite Biden warning. China orders 25 tech giants to fix raft of problems. Google and Microsoft clash over documents in U.S. antitrust suit. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Governor Parson fights mask mandates and endorses vaccine in Fox News appearance. Festus Mand record clean 20 years after shooting escaped Chimpus teen. St. Louis County mask mandate headed to federal court. Federal court sides with St. Louis County in lawsuit over 2020 stay-at-home order. Justice says IRS must give Trump tax returns to Congress. Miniseries on Pam Hupp case searching for more actors in key roles. Missouri Governor Mike Parson, GOP delegation in Congress backs Mississippi effort to ban abortion. I didn't quit, Simone Biles responds to criticism. Pfizer vaccine effectiveness declines after 4 months, study says. Walmart, masks required for associates, including those fully vaccinated. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Disney will require employees to be fully vaccinated. San Diegan, former Aztecs QB helps lead Rams new look offense. La Mesopolis ID man who died when SUV crashed into office building. $37,000 raised for firefighters' family headed memorial service. U.S. passport delays lead to long lines of would-be travelers. 3 California recall candidates reach threshold for GOP endorsement. California high school football programs on probation after violating COVID rules. Justice Department says IRS must give Trump tax returns to Congress. LA schools to require COVID-19 testing for all students and staff, regardless of vaccination status. Police ID officers who killed men suspected in earlier shootings. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. Scumbags, influencers caught stealing rescue boat to fake saving people in Henan floods. Japanese gymnast targeted by Chinese trolls after Olympic win. Delta variant fuels 171 COVID-19 cases in Nanjing, tests China's zero-tolerance virus policy. What lifting people out of poverty actually means in China. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Friday, July 30th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Woman stuffs keys into her mouth after telling officer she wasn't driving, police say. Feds join lawsuit alleging Kaiser Permanente Medicare fraud. These companies are requiring COVID-19 vaccines for their employees. Walmart requiring vaccination, masks for many employees. Softball superstar Monica Abbott returns home to California with silver Olympic medal. Bay Area school officials announce support for full in-person learning. San Jose pedestrian fatally struck in Thursday night accident. Hamilton ticket lottery returns to San Francisco. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Gourmet bakery crumble cookies coming to Wheeling. First cases of mystery songbird illness seen in suburban wildlife centers. Mets get Bez Williams from Cubs for outfield prospect. Arlington Heights Health Center gets $3.2 million from rescue plan. Naperville's Bob Odenkirk tweets that he had small heart attack with no surgery needed. Schaumburg approves 3-year contract with Fire Captains. Comic book trivia contest set for August 11th at Des Plaines Library. Archery open house in Warrenville. COVID-19 cases higher than year ago, but hospitalizations, deaths down. Dangerous forever chemicals found in drinking water. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Over half of Washington's wildfires so far in 2021 have been sparked by humans. Washington's orca whale pods receive new federal habitat protection. Outdoor movies, cultural celebrations, more events in Seattle this weekend. New two-way bike path coming to Seattle's W. Green Lake Way end this fall. Report, nearly half of 911 calls to Seattle police don't need officer response. Crazy, kooky Washington roadside attractions to visit this summer. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone NINE-E21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Hilda 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 6.1 m, depth 33.18 km, in Peru July 30, 2021, 1710 UTC, 1,680,000 people within 100 kilometers. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5 m, depth 33 km, in south of Alaska July 30, 2021, 3:52 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay. Drought is ongoing in Brazil. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Greece, Iraq, Iran, Jordan, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Canada, United States. Drought is ongoing in Burkina Faso, Benin, Côte d'Ivoire, Cameroon, Ghana, Niger, Nigeria, Togo. Drought is ongoing in Burundi, Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda, Uganda. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Friday, July 30th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Jamie Lee Curtis says her daughter is transgender and she is proud of her. Jazzy new outdoor music series celebrates Houston stars and favorite parks. Rockets introducing number 2 pick Jalen Green in Houston today. Houston ISD sees new leadership roles in search for more efficiency. Review, Jungle Cruise is proof chemistry can be unpredictable. Storms popping up around Houston. Mom who gave birth to 9 thriving babies says she feels very happy 3 months after delivery. Bob Odenkirk says he's going to be okay after small heart attack. Emily Blunt, Dwayne Johnson are dynamic, magical duo in Disney's Jungle Cruise. Massage parlor video of New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft to be destroyed, judge rules. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Cardinals get veteran lefty John Lester from rebuilding Nats. The latest, Governor DeSantis bars schools from mandating masks. San Francisco tenants get 6-figure buyout to leave looks unit. Explainer, will Arkansas do enough to limit evictions? Explainer, housing prices increase, so does homelessness. Explainer, Washington tenants get modified eviction reprieve. U.S. sets new Cuba sanctions as Biden meets Cuban Americans. Kansas governor recommends masks for all in K-12 schools. Louisiana House Speaker ousts Democrats after veto session. White Sox get closer. Kimbrel from Cubs for Madrigal, Hooer. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. Broadway shows will require performers, theater staff, and audience members to be vaccinated. Here's every act on the lineup for all 5 homecoming week concerts. Early edition, an investigation into why NYC office workers spent $15 on salad. NJ asked foreign doctors to help during COVID, but then only licensed 35 of them. New bill would mandate smaller classes in NYC public schools. New York City Council puts new limits on food delivery apps. Extra, how do you watch the Olympics? Vessel closed to public after 14-year-old jumps to death. More NYC businesses and restaurants will require vaccinations of employees and customers. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Muslim women in India's workforce, where are they? What public health officials can learn from a new long COVID survey. 100,000 children in Tigray at risk of death from malnutrition, UNICEF. Dr. Congo, Itri, fleeing war, weaving life in IDP camps of Bunia. Alarming crisis of impunity for crimes against journalists in DRC. From electric dreams to supercharged reality, the road race to a clean energy future. First person, I'm not old enough to be a woman, says traffic teen. COVID-19 vaccine shipments boost for Africa. Kenya's huge railway project is causing environmental damage. Hey race how? Yemen, new World Bank funds offer lifeline to most vulnerable. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. China offering cash subsidies to couples for making more babies due to population decline. Video, Biden admits to wanting nationwide vaccine mandates. Now in effect, Washington law prohibits no-knock warrants and limits federal militarization of police. Israel to start COVID booster shots on Sunday. Pfizer ups 2021 revenue expectation from $26 billion to $33.5 billion. Dubai to launch drone bots to reduce police response time to crimes. New FBI initiative will put hate crime quotas on local law enforcement. The Department of Justice illegally, gave green light for employer-forced vaccinations. Family watches in horror as massive cop kicks handcuffed woman in her face. Effective citizenry, a model for successful local resistance. MyPillow employee beheaded in broad daylight near Minneapolis. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Yes, a child in Colorado died from the plague. Lloyd Austin wears face shield in the Philippines, angering uninformed critics. Explainer, how the Twisties stopped Simone Biles cold. Alaska native artist creates stamp for postal service. Broadway to require vaccinations, masks for audience members. Yes, the South Park creators want to boycott the Bonita. Did Biden drive an 18-wheeler? Did Twitter user scold Olympic champion shooter for one-handed stance? Florida Zoo, man injured by jaguar after crossing barrier. Djokovic loses to Zverev at Olympics, ending Golden Slam bid. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. COVID-19 surges among unvaccinated in Florida, contrary to baseless claims. Vaccines remain largely effective against Delta variant, counter to claims from Fox News guest. Old photo of Biden motorcade misrepresented online. Viral claim gets Biden's COVID-19 travel and immigration policies wrong. Republicans shaky, no evidence attempt to cast blame on Pelosi for January 6. A guide to the CDC's updated mask recommendations. Flawed variant information fuels baseless COVID-19 theory. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Daily Show exposes Fox News hypocrisy on immigrants and COVID. Georgia Secretary of State declares pandemic on and expanded voting access over. Billie Eilish is happier than ever is a rebellion, a wink, and a demand for respect. Russian Olympians are embracing their pariah status, nobody likes us, and you're weak. The best new launches from Parachute, and more. Biles training turn by turn at undisclosed gym to get back into games, but time is against her. Houston for tourists, if you think that's a joke, the joke's on you. The real-life superheroes rescuing ISIS sex slaves. Let's be clear, Biden's confusing the crap out of America. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Auburn University offers scholarships, other incentives to promote COVID vaccine. Stream it or skip it, Myth and Mogul, John DeLorean, a docu-series about the auto magnate, his gold-winged car, and his cocaine bust. Big Tech widens censorship and other commentary. Starlin Castro suspended 30 games for violating MLB domestic violence policy. Joe Biden is a conspicuously small presence in his own presidency. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. International Space Station saved from out-of-control spin. The sky this week. Saturn reaches opposition. A deluge of blinking lights is changing how astronomers work. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Light spotted behind black hole for first time, proving Einstein right. Climate change may be driving sharks to northern shores. New Russian lab briefly knocks space station askew. Officials push COVID vaccinations as CDC predicts a rise in cases and hospitalizations. Farmers face excessive heat exposure due to climate change. CDC Director Rochelle Walensky on new indoor mask guidelines, what it means for schools and students. CDC walks back COVID mask guidance as the unvaccinated fuel surge in cases. Researchers say more contagious COVID variants are on the horizon. States reimpose COVID-19 mandates to combat Delta variant. The following headlines are from alienUFOsightings.com. Stanford astronomers discover light from back of black hole for first time. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Trump tax returns to be released to Congress, Department of Justice. MTA could get more than $10 billion from bipartisan infrastructure bill. Bob Odenkirk on the mend after suffering small heart attack. Trump urged justice officials to declare election corrupt. David Carr to be certified as winner of chaotic GOP city council race on Staten Island, but pro-Trump challenger cries fraud. COVID vaccine mandate could be coming to NYC restaurants, de Blasio. Woman sets herself on fire after finding bedbugs inside car, torching it. President Biden handed note telling him to wipe his chin. Mexico's softball team under fire for dumping Olympic uniform in trash can. CDC, vaccinated people can spread the highly contagious Delta variant of COVID. The following headlines are from military.com. Army says drowning wasn't the cause of Green Beret's death, retracting prior claim. Sailor charged with arson in Bonhomme Richard Fire claims innocence, lawyer says. Carl Levin, former senator who spent decades focused on the military, dies at 87. Guillen family calls for court-martial of soldiers harasser as military considers crime reforms. Coast Guard sector Guam rebrands itself during Qatar's triple commissioning ceremony. U.S. warns China is building more nuclear missile silos. As vaccine push increases, Department of Defense will start asking troops if they got the shot. The last battle for Iwo Jima legend Woody Williams, only surviving World War II Medal of Honor recipient. Welcome home, evacuation flight brings 200 Afghans to U.S. Philippine leader retains pact allowing U.S. war exercises. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Chicago issues indoor mask advisory for everyone over 2, COVID-19 cases up nearly 50% in Illinois over the past week. Leading lawyer for Jussie Smollett can remain on case, judge rules, but cannot question 2 key witnesses. Lollapalooza 2021, Twitter reports from Day 2. Lollapalooza 2021, Day 2, Friday brings a new focus on masks, though most concert-goers are just there to enjoy the show. South Chicago man charged with murder and fatal shooting in May, ordered held without bail. Lake Michigan's invasive mussels. Illinois special education students used to be pulled out of school as soon as they turned 22, now they can finish out the year with their classmates. No bail for man charged in shooting death of young father of Puerto Rican Day Parade, judge calls it celebration turned violent. Aurora woman convicted of killing 5 Oswego teens in 2007 DUI crash released from prison. I didn't want to leave him, 8 gunshots on the Green Line, a life lost and a plea that something be done about the insanity. The following headlines are from FIS.org. UK court overturns government go-ahead for Stonehenge Road tunnel. US watchdog upholds SpaceX's moonlander contract. California wildfire flares but with inline crews have built. In the absence of genetic variation, asexual invasive species find new methods of adapting to their environment. Greening biomaterials and scaffolds used in regenerative medicine. Blood-sucking flies may be following chemicals produced by skin bacteria to locate bats to feed on. A single-cell type map of human tissues. In heat emergency, Greece sets checks for fires, power cuts. New insights on flowering could boost cassava crops. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Friday, July 30th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Britney Spears and the history of controlling women via insanity claims. It's time to rethink the Cobb House. Our radio signals have now reached 75 star systems that can see us too. The search for alien artifacts begins. Why alone time carries a stigma, even if it feels great. The cyclic model of the universe has cosmologists rethinking the Big Bang. 5 best CBD cream for pain. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Phillies acquire Gibson, Kennedy from Rangers. Guest lineups for the Sunday news shows. Fallout continues over alleged slurs aimed at health chief. Florida governor bars schools from requiring masks. Jerry Granelli, drummer behind A Charlie Brown Christmas and former Cornish instructor, dies at 80. NFL allowing some unvaccinated players to unmask at practice. Opening of I-40 bridge linking Arkansas, Tennessee move up. To get shots in arms, governments turn to money in pockets. Henrietta Lacks family hires prominent civil rights lawyer. Sharing the road, safety on multi-use trails. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Vaccine card, which Bay Area music clubs, movie theaters, other venues are requiring it. 49ers training camp, best sights and sounds, from Ayaka's WR1 to another Shanahan ball boy. Carl Levin, longtime U.S. Senator from Michigan, dies at 87. Map, McFarland fire and other lightning sparked wildfires in Northern California. Kurtenbach, Chris Bryant is a perfect fit who makes the Giants' World Series dreams more vivid. Chris Bryant looks happy to be joining SF Giants. Justice Department, IRS must give Trump taxes to Congress. Report, SF Giants make another last-minute deal, bring back veteran relief pitcher. First evacuation flight brings 221 Afghans to the U.S. SF Giants acquire Chris Bryant in trade with the Cubs. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Republicans slam justice ruling on Trump's taxes as politically motivated. Popular protests, violent crackdown put Biden-Iran policy to the test. Broadway theaters mandating COVID-19 vaccinations, face masks. New Navy sub to be named after Hyman Rickover, father of nuclear navy. Vaccinated people make up 74% of COVID-19 cases linked to big events in Massachusetts town. Toxic podcast explores Britney Spears' conservatorship. Broadband debate emerges in $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill, bipartisanship falters on rural-urban divide. Marco Rubio to press intelligence leader over claims NSA spied on Tucker Carlson, report. Biden unveils picks for key religious freedom roles. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Guatemalan communities turn out for indigenous-led nationwide shutdown. Drone whistleblower Daniel Hale is a truth teller in a time of systemic deceit and lethal secrecy. Biden has said pot prisoners should be free, now he's poised to send some back to prison. NYPD reforms are failing, say plaintiffs who won landmark stop and frisk case. Central Intelligence Agency drove spike in media leak investigation requests under Trump. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Friday, July 30th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Dodgers finally get Max Scherzer, Trey Turner from Nationals. Lollapalooza 2021, Day 2 photo highlights. NCAA sets table for dramatic overhaul of how it operates. Illinois COVID-19 hospitalizations jump 35% in a week. Chicago embraces indoor masking guidelines. This isn't forever. MLB trade deadline. Chris Bryant going to the Giants. Javi Baez headed to Mets. Fact check. Pritzker's office admits gaffe on using federal funds for unemployment debt, but won't say if he will do so. Bears notes. Rookie Tevin Jenkins wants to be out here bad. Man charged in deadly shooting following Puerto Rican Day parade acted in self-defense, lawyer says. A not-so-fond farewell to the Cubs championship window. Saginaw Grant, prolific Native American character actor, dies at 85. The next headlines are from the Times of India. England's Ben Stokes announces indefinite break from cricket. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Friday, July 30th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Youth movement underway with Rockets for draft first-round picks. Preview, Hella Mega Tour, Minute Maid Park, July 29th, 2021. Shepherd opens GJT, night shift debuts, Sam Brooks has steakhouse plans. Things to do, see Dave Cause summer horns at the Arena Theater. Best bets, get to know the new Georgia James Tavern. Evil Lynn shines in the new Masters of the Universe. The Texans stunning Randall Cobb trade. Simone Biles owes us nothing at the Olympics. Things to do, listen to Fighting Words by Ellen Foley. Things to do, upcoming food and drink events in Houston this summer 2021. The next headlines are about world records making news. Her award-winning gaming collection could get her paid, but that's not the point. Kotaku. World record-holding farmers gunning for more awards, this time in cannabis. Progress Index. Persona 5 Royal True Ending speedrun world record is 14 hours, 23 minutes, The Gamer. Tokyo 2020 cheat sheet for non-swimmers Day 6, the world record goes down, swim. Gift of Gabber, TikTok star's Big Mouth sets world record, New York Post. 100 world record time, what is Usain Bolt's fastest ever time? When is the men's 100 in Tokyo Olympics final? Eurosport.com. Henderson powerlifter sets 2 national, world records, Las Vegas Review-Journal. Athletics Ethiopian Berge upsets Cheptegei E2 in shock 10,000 gold, Reuters. Tatiana Schoenmacher gets hugs from her competitors after clinching gold, live updates, the Tokyo Olympics, NPR. Runners attempting Guinness World Record for running London Marathon in handcuffs, Runner's World, UK. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. A congressman just introduced legislation for a 4-day work week. I accidentally recorded at least 682 gigabytes of video of myself without my knowledge. 81 million Americans are suffering under heat watches and warnings. A Sans goes alarmingly awry in this spooky excerpt from A Lesson in Inventions. So, this is what it takes to get Tim Cook to say FZK. Astronomers spot 2 unusually red objects in the asteroid belt. Top 5 places to try to escape societal collapse. Black Widow lawsuit escalates as Scarlett Johansson's team fires back at Disney. Speedo's ridiculously expensive swimsuit for Olympians actually made me swim faster. Australian court rules that yes, AI can be an inventor. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Mon in Botswana at 134.6 degrees Fahrenheit or 57 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was University WID in Dome Fuji at 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Jeff Bezos loses attempt to block the moon landing contract NASA gave to SpaceX. Evolutionary chaos is butterflies, wasps, and viruses have a 3-way war. Scarlett Johansson sues Disney, says Disney Plus release of Black Widow broke contract. Huawei's latest flagship phone has Harmony OS, a Qualcomm SoC, and no 5G. Valve issues scathing reply over the facts behind a Steam antitrust case. This 900-person Delta cluster in mass has CDC freaked out, 74% are vaccinated, updated. America's favorite truck goes hybrid, the Ford F-150, reviewed. Software downloaded 30,000 times from IP ransacked developers' machines. New bank fraud malware called Volter infects thousands of devices. Rocket report, Ariane V returns after long layoff, Rocket Lab's tough culture. The following headlines are from Raw Story. American tourists caught sneaking into Canada with fake vaccine documents and get fined $20,000. Smoking gun, Nicole Wallace says new evidence spells trouble for Trump and coup accomplices. I don't understand the question, White House spokeswoman baffled by Newsmax reporter's scientific illiteracy. David K. Johnston reveals why Trump forging his tax returns is not the most important issue. How dare you, Oklahoma GOP gets blowback for abhorrent Facebook post linking vaccine mandates to Holocaust. Think the Delta variant is scary? Anti-vaccination Trumpers are truly terrifying. Businesses weigh asking customers to put masks back on in light of new CDC guidelines. For most people, this is a huge step backward. 6 passengers test positive for COVID-19 aboard Royal Caribbean cruise ship. What Philadelphia reveals about America's homicide surge. These 4 words in Richard Donahue's notes just dragged congressional Republicans into the January 6th probe. Columnist. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Your odds of going back to the office are dropping by the day. Trump to Department of Justice, just say that the election was corrupt and leave the rest to me. The eviction moratorium is expiring, yet the vast majority of rental aid still hasn't been spent. Upon further review, the U.S. men's basketball loss to France could be good news. Internal CDC document says Delta variant may be as contagious as chickenpox. Take a minute to consider how hungry wild pigs are making climate change much worse. GOP could retake the House in 2022 just by gerrymandering 4 southern states. What's the true cost of shipping all your junk across the ocean? Trump weaponized COVID concerns against migrants. Families are still being brutalized by the policy. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Why did the U.S. government admit that it has evidence of UFOs? The Washington Post. Ask Ethan, what danger is there in actively searching for intelligent aliens? Forbes. Earthlings ponder the possibilities of extraterrestrial life. KFYR-TV. $100 million breakthrough listen initiative starts searching for ET, spectrum. York University researchers say clay, not water, may be the cause of radar reflections on Mars. CTV News. Breakthrough listen is searching a million stars for one sign of intelligent life, spectrum. Space and Physics, the Human Framework for Alien Life, Scientific American. Harvard's Avi Loeb thinks we should study UFOs, and he's not wrong, Scientific American. Little appetite in Japan to search for ET following US UFO report. The Asahi Shimbun. Breaking news, Japan News and Analysis, Asahi Shimbun. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Psilocybin in magic mushrooms helping depression, OCD, research shows, New Haven Register. Chronic illness cost this former Dallas Museum director her career, embracing novelty gave her new life, Texas Monthly. Editor's Choice, Science Magazine. Electroacupuncture for cerebral ischemia injury in rats and DT, Dove Medical Press. Neuroplasticity, how to help your child develop a growth mindset, News 24. BGU's Negev Lab is bringing stroke rehab into the future, The Jerusalem Post. Exosomal microRNAs and postoperative sleep disturbance NSS, Dove Medical Press. Dorsal column spinal cord stimulation on neuroinflammation JPR, Dove Medical Press. This one exercise is the closest thing to a fountain of youth, says expert. Eat this, not that, eat this, not that. Scientists found a way to reverse age-related memory loss, intelligent living. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Friday, July 30th, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Private company holds Canada's most compelling UFO data. Central Intelligence Agency conducted mind control tests up to 1972. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Friday, July 30th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News I8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News I8. All rights reserved.